Sorry, hey, welcome to Trap Souls. I am Ryan. I'm here with, Baha.
What's up?
What's up? So I just call you Baha?
Yeah, that's fine.
Baha. He's with Lake Erie Shadow Hunters. His boys started this group a couple years ago.
Yeah, my kids started, I would say probably about a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago. And, found him on TikTok, and he was telling me about it. And does a good job. Check him out on TikTok, Lake Erie Shadow Hunters. So we're here talking about Poasttown Elementary School. So I invited Baha and his kid to come down to Poasttown, and then I invited him to go to Madison the night before. So they're going to do double back.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be good times. So it's going to be interesting. So first, your kid. What got your kid into it?
So my kid, actually, he was all into it first. He's the only one that was actually thinking about the stuff. He will always show me stuff. I never really pay attention too much to it, But it was funny because at one point I got talking to you, and then you were telling me that, you guys do all this stuff. I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. Okay. So I went home and talked to my kid. I'm like, hey, this guy at work does the whole paranormal team, investigations and everything. And he's got a podcast, and he's got all kind of creepy stuff in there you can listen to. And, after that we got into it, and then he's just like, that's when, I got the contest thing or something to the podcast that I, to go with you guys. I was like, well, let me go with them first, and I'll check it out and see how it is, because there's a whole back thing to it, why I'm, sketchish about this whole thing sometimes. But, I went with you guys. Obviously, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't...
No, it's not bad. As long as you're with a group that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Not crazy.
By going with you guys, it was a little easier to do it again. And then obviously take him eventually, which we did.
Yeah, you guys did the flashlight tours.
Yeah, we started with the flashlight tour,
which I'd recommend anybody that wants to get into this, hit the flashlight tours at Madison. I've never done it personally, but I always hear great things about it. I mean, if there's only one or two of you, that's the best way to do it. And they have a lot of cool equipment there. Yeah,
and then I was worrying a little bit about it, that we weren't going to get too much on it, because obviously when we went with you guys, we talked about how if there's too many people, it might affect a little bit of the... We were surprised that just me and him, we were in certain rooms, we got a lot of activity. It was nuts. It was the stuff we got off of it.
Did you get anything in Sarah's room?
No, we did not get nothing in Sarah's room. It was
so hyped up.
It might have been maybe a cat ball went off or something like that, but most of the activity we got was down in the jail cell by the,
Which is odd, because I never got anything in jail cell.
Yeah.
I always get stuff in the attic, so. But we're going there less than a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, about 3 weeks or so.
I'm excited to work with your son and you and do some, just us three, go do some investigations on our own in Madison. Poasttown's going to be a little different. I've never been there. Craig's going in solo for the first half hour before. We're not even doing a walk. We're not even doing a walkthrough. He's just going in with the camera. So
does he got a certain room he's going to go to? Is it that he already knows, or he's just picking a certain, any room random?
He's just going to walk through the place.
Yeah.
Check it out and videotape himself and see how it goes. So
that's going to be.
Then we'll go in. I actually know a little bit, because I always say I don't do research, but I want to do these pre-packets for the people that are going to watch us and everything. So I do know a little bit about it. Poasttown it's interesting. Once we read that packet, you'll see why. But okay, so you said there's a backstory why you're a little nervous. You want to share that backstory?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So my whole in a family of 5, I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. I'm the last one. I'm the little one. So since I was a baby, we grew up in my parents were pastors. We grew up in a Pentecostal home. Everything that I have been taught about that life, that other side like that, it's bad. All bad. There's no in between. It's just as simple as anything that can hunt you or touch you or something from the other world, as they call it. It's evil. It's a demon. There's no up and there's no edge, whatever. It is just a demon. So I've been taught that all my life. So having to go look for something like that I'm not supposed to be looking at or looking for.
It's kind of like facing your fears.
It really is. Yeah. So it's but they everything, I couldn't even watch bad movies when I was a kid. My parents would literally tell me it will come through the TV. You cannot watch anything like that. And of course, I have seen stuff myself where I was maybe 8, 9 years old. That was the earliest age that I can remember. Being in church, and I remember my mom telling me, "Look, listen, when we do stuff like this, and basically they're praying for somebody that just, that needs it really bad, you close your eyes and you pray and do not open your eyes for whatever you hear." And stuff like that traumatized me as a kid, because then at the same time, if you have watched videos on YouTube that you look up like somebody demon possessed or something like that, I remember being as a kid, being in church, and I could literally, of course, I'm a kid, I'm going to open my eyes.
Yeah.
And I seen it's just a small woman just pushing these dudes that are over like 100 and 200 pounds over like it was nothing, and then a very deep voice screaming, like a demon. And then you find the videos like that online. It's like crap. Like I thought as a kid, and then I see it also later on in life and videos. How real was it? It's like all demons. Like,
yeah. Well, there's a lot of people out there, especially religious. Right? There's only angels and demons. Mm-hmm. The angels don't come to Earth. It's only demons.
Yeah,
and that's it. And that's what they believe in. And I'm not going to judge anybody's beliefs, because everybody has their own beliefs, and I respect everybody's beliefs. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that don't like us doing this type of stuff, because you do see a lot of groups out there that are more aggressive. You got to respect the spirits. Yeah. And that's what my group is about, respecting spirits, trying to find some answers. And they're like, well, if you respect them, then you shouldn't be doing this at all. I'm like, I mean, I'm not here to try to find answers to the world. Be great if I do, but it's a hobby. That's what this is, and I enjoy it. You and your son enjoy it. I'm glad you got your eyes open a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
as far as right now, I mean, nothing bad has happened.
Yeah, like demonic wise, I really think
you can't.
It's probably less than 1% out there.
Yeah.
But then they say, well, they're just kids. They're demons portraying themselves.
Yeah.
Whatever. We can go on and on about that. But no one will ever know. So if that's what you believe in. That's what you believe in.
I'll tell you right now, it's like my family ever saw that or saw me that I'm doing this, they would probably cut me off even more than I already am right now. I'm that guy in the family that's like,
Yeah, my wife wants nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Oh, that's the same with my wife. It's just,
she seems fine with it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know why you do this. Being religious, she's like, I don't know why you do this, and I'm like, there are religious groups out there that do this. I mean, it's all in your belief, but whatever.
Just like anything else, there's always a line on the line you won't cross. Like Ouija boards, I would never do them. So it's like,
I honestly, someone just posted on Facebook, what do you think about Ouija boards? It's hard. Like, I've seen stuff through Ouija boards that have happened when I was younger. That's the main reason I didn't touch them for a long time. But then I think there's too much human influence.
Yeah.
When you have a Ouija board and people touching it, and listen, Mantel or whatever gaming company made Ouija boards.
That's insane. Yeah.
I think Five Below is making Ouija boards now.
Yeah.
So how true are they?
Yeah.
It would be cool to have one back from like the 1900s.
Yeah.
Would I buy it? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Would I touch it? Probably not. But it'd be cool to have.
Yeah.
Just the history of it. So, all right. So we're talking about Poasttown. First, we're going to Madison. So we're going to hit the basement a little bit. Obviously, the attic. We're going to hit that a lot. Anything you want to hit hard at Madison, or just go have a good time?
No, we like to go check out different rooms all the time. We like to try them all. Even the rooms that, like you said, everybody goes to Sarah's room. Everybody's all, obsessed with her room. I always tell my kid, let's just try different rooms. You never know. Every room has a history in it. It just, things could happen in that room, and nobody just talks about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's just focused on this one because that's what you see. That's what you usually post in that room. Obviously, it's got all kinds of decorations, whatever, stuff that attracts people more.
Yeah. Well, that's why Adam talked about this one video a couple of years ago was, is it really Sarah in that room? Because no one's ever really got evidence.
Yeah. Or
is it the lady? He thinks it's the lady across the hall. Because everybody's in Sarah's room talking. Mm-hmm. And then finally, after a while, they do get some activity. He thinks it's the lady across the hall that comes over and is like, I'm here too.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that if I was a ghost and somebody be like constantly there, I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go fuck with them right now. Yeah, I'm Sarah. Yeah, I'm Sarah. Look at this goofballs, you know.
So last time we were there, I tried that. I had Reed, his brother, and I think my niece Sammy were in Sarah's room, and I came down from doing a solo in the attic, and I went to the room across the hall, and I wanted to do Spirit Box while they were over in Sarah's room. I got nothing. I don't know if there's anything on it. Pretty much I heard Reed complain that he didn't know how to work the video camera the whole time.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
Yeah. So it was kind of annoying to go over that evidence. So we'll try it again. Maybe we'll do an SS method in that room with people asking questions in Sarah's room. Yeah. It's right across the hall, so we'll go to here. I always like mixing stuff up. So
yeah, there's got to be something. Obviously, there's something there between back and forth, whatever.
Yeah. Because there's stuff like we've had REM pods and cat balls go off in a hallway in between, so something's crossing over. I don't know what it is. We're gonna find out. Hopefully, we find out.
That's why I like setting up the cat balls in the hallway too, by the door or anything like that. Because if anything, obviously, I don't know how the system works on the other side of the there's a life, but whether they use doors or walls, I don't know. But it's kind of, if they do come to the door, that cat ball just went off. It's like, hey, something might be coming in.
And people are saying, well, ghosts walk through walls because there used to be a door there. Well, Madison's the same. It has been since it's been built, so it's gonna go through the door. Yeah. But again, like cat ball wise, like I've gotten some stuff off cat balls until I went to Bill Manor. I mean, that was cat ball crazy there. Yeah. And REM pod crazy. So if not, check out my video. It's called A Brother's Tale on YouTube. It's about 47 minutes long, a little long. It's my first attempt at show type evidence at Bill Manor. So check that out if you get a chance. Madison. So big trip. You're going part of the big trip, 2 out of the 6 locations now. I want to tell everybody out there, I thought this was a great idea doing this until about a week ago.
It almost sounds great.
Yeah. Until about a week. Well, until after I did Bill Manor, because we had so much go on at Bill Manor. And my brother was like, I don't want to say emotionally drained, but was kind of drained a little bit because there's a lot going on there. Thinking about my team. Like Madison, I don't think we're going to get emotionally drained. Yeah. Poasttown, I'm not really too nervous about Poasttown, but then we're going to Old College on Hospital. Old Hospital on College Hill, I mess it every time. Old Hospital on College Hill, that's supposed to be pretty freaky. And if my group gets emotionally drained there, the next night we're going to Bellaire House.
Yeah, it was like rough after rough looking on that one.
Yeah, so I'm a little worried about them and a little worried about me because I made a promise that I'm going to do solo in the basement there. Then I think I'm going to blindfold Reed in the basement solo to do an EVP session.
Are you going to do it?
He doesn't know about this yet.
I don't know. Is he going to do it? Because last time, what was it? Bellaire? It might have been the Bellaire house you guys were at. He was upstairs in the bathroom, and that was the funniest.
Oh, that was Ross' house.
It was like, it was a noise, and he's like, "Was you guys? Was that you guys?"
Yeah, that's Ross. That's Ross'
like, freaking out a little bit. It was like,
all right. So let's backtrack a little bit. Where have you guys investigated besides Madison?
Well, we have we only maybe 2 places, main places. We obviously Madison, and then we went to Fairfield. Okay. And that wasn't bad. It's a cool place. We liked it. We didn't get too much activity. Yeah. Obviously, the people that were there, that was also the flashlight tour there. Okay. By the way, it wasn't like a single night where we rented the place to ourselves. Obviously, there was like other groups there, and then it was female groups that were getting more attention than us. Obviously.
I told you that.
Yeah, it was like.
I told him after that, and he didn't tell me about that. But I'm like, the females got a lot. And he's like, that's odd, because same thing with us.
Yeah, no, they were getting. There was we were in different rooms, obviously, and there was a group of females in another room, and they were just like nonstop getting conversations with whatever it was, and it wasn't a I guess a decent ghost. It was like this guy was like just saying nasty, crappy stuff to them, and then when they didn't want to do something, he would cuss them out. Like, oh yeah, it was. But for us, we didn't get too much experience. We went to a couple places down there in the basement, obviously. We went to the morgue and nothing at all.
Yeah, my daughter did an Estes laying on the morgue table.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this point, obviously, it's not, you know.
That was like her second.
But just to think about it, yeah.
That was like her second or third investigation. Like, hey, why don't you go lay on that table and do this?
Yeah, it was creepy to think about the stuff they did down there. Like, between, like, the food, they were messing with food in there in the same room and everything else. And
yeah, I mean, I didn't get much. There really wasn't any evidence that I got. And I know it's a great place to investigate.
Yeah.
I'm just having a hard time. Like,
I
want to go back, but I think there's other places. Like, oh, we'll do Fairfield. I'm like, let's go to Bill Manor. Or let's go to Shanley Hotel, instead. Because I'm like, Fairfield.
Yeah.
But I'll get back there sooner or later. I was going to make it part of the big trip. Then Old Hospital came up, and I'm like, no, we got to do Old Hospital instead of Fairfield. So.
It might be different. I mean, I don't know if maybe, I know you guys did your own thing, right? You had your own private night. So I don't know, maybe for us it would be different at that point if we did had our own thing, like, and no flashlight tour group. Like, I think Aaron has mentioned before on the podcast about flashlight tours doesn't usually work for her, or she don't.
But they actually got a lot of stuff. And just like most groups, like they did Madison, they live right down the road, and they did a flashlight tour. And I've never done a flashlight tour. I just, before Adam bought it, the people used to rent it out just per person. It was like $40 a person.
Yeah.
You got 4 people and just have the whole place to yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what we did like 15 years ago. Then, he does it by group now, and it's just cheaper to do a flashlight tour.
Yeah, it's usually like $20. And
yeah, they went and they had a good time, but they got some stuff. Especially she loves the drunk tank. Like Aaron is a fan of the drunk tank.
Yeah, so. it's not a bad spot. It really is. It hasn't been the last 2 times. You're gonna
have to show me, or they'll have to show me.
Yeah, the last 2 times we've been there, that's for us has been the hot spot. And we try to stay away from like anything that has to do with Wi-Fi or any kind of internet, so you don't mess with the equipment too much and everything else.
There's some fire system stuff there that messes with it. So we
try to move the equipment, see how far if it messes with it and everything else. But yeah, the flashlight tours though. I mean, I don't know if it'll make a difference or not. Maybe that night it's just we're 2 dudes, so the guys in there probably don't give a damn about us. You know, like.
Or they could be threatened.
Maybe if we're by ourselves, they're like, hey, we got nobody else to mess with. Let's mess with this 2 dudes.
And just like us. Like sometimes we want to talk, sometimes we don't.
Yeah. I do want to take my wife to Madison eventually.
I can't get my wife to watch Project Fear with me.
Just a little flashlight too. Come on. There's nothing going to happen.
She will.
Let's go up to the doctor's office real quick.
She will not go. I actually thought about... I'll probably have to cut this out, but I thought about just renting a haunted hotel room.
Yeah.
And not tell her
anybody. There is a couple. Actually, I've seen a couple. Like,
because, what is it? Franklin Castle is a bed and breakfast. You can rent a room for the night.
And it's the whole place is haunted?
Yeah.
See, there's some hotels that are usually just one room. It's like...
No, Franklin Castle's...
So the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, she probably know the minute she, runs up to the building. She would know. Like,
yeah,
some buildings you can tell right off the bat without having to even walk in there. Like,
I wouldn't be sleeping on a couch by myself. I'd be sleeping in Franklin Castle by myself, which is fine. I love solo. So
wakes up at 3:00 in the morning with something pulling on her leg. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. So, anyways, you guys. I mean, your son does a lot of stuff in his room.
Oh, he
gets stuff.
Yeah, he gets pretty brave because he don't wait for me. He does a lot of stuff, and I'm like, and it's because I'm worried. Obviously, I worry. Yeah, like I'm not there to watch him, and but he does a lot of stuff in his room, and it's he's gotten a lot of activity in his room, and obviously our home from the prior history from the gentleman that used to live there. We don't know if that's him or just something that follows from anywhere else, but
I get there sometime and investigate with you guys.
It's weird though. Whatever it is, it doesn't care for me yet. And the way, and not care as in like, it hate me or something. It just doesn't like care to talk to me.
Communicate, yeah.
Yeah, it's just my kid,
Well, because your kid talks to him, he's probably comfortable with him. Mm-hmm. So, but we'll go there.
I was kind of a dick one time. I'm like, just to provoke it. I know we shouldn't provoke things, but I did it. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you don't want to talk to me? What? You're a pedophile? You only want to talk to my kid? Like I said, like some mean, fucked up shit. And he's like. And the next thing you know, like the REM pod just going off, like that's the first time it went off with me in it, you know.
You can't be making spirits angry in your own house.
Well, you gotta put you like, what did I do to you? What do you want to talk to me?
He's gonna show you what he can do to you. You keep talking like that.
I had to get him going and pissed him off at some point, you know. It was like,
yeah, I mean, my wife always thought the attic had something in there, and that's where my daughter's bedroom is now. She says she always believes something was up there, so I'm a little nervous to do something up there. Just because I don't want to hear stuff. Like, if I catch stuff, then do I tell her or do I not tell her? I mean, she seems fine with it. Like,
I was gonna say, most of the time you usually don't tell them.
I mean, so we have a light switch at the bottom of the steps,
yeah,
and in her room, and she has the whole attic. It's finished, and she yelled down at me one time, and I think I was playing Xbox or something. She's like, "Why'd you turn my light on?" It was like 1 a.m. I'm like, I didn't.
Yeah.
I yelled up, I didn't. Then she just goes, well, turn it off. And then she's like, thank you. And I'm still sitting on the couch. I'm like, all right, cool. Like,
you sure she wasn't a mimic at that time? Like, it could have been. You could have been the one actually talking to something else.
I don't know. I mean,
you know, like, you never know. Like,
but it was funny. So she had this doll growing up.
I hate dolls. Okay.
That freaking doll. This was the time where Alexa people are coming over Alexa and saying stuff. Like, every now and then you hear Alexa go like, hey, like laugh. And people are getting freaked out. Well, we had Alexa. It was on the table behind the couch, like to the left. And the doll, my kids used to play behind the couch. That was like their little play area. And I didn't know the doll was back there, and I heard it go off. And I'm playing Xbox like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, then it goes off again. I'm like, I'm just unplugging this thing. Well, I go over, the Alexa's unplugged. And it's not even hooked up. And I look over and there's a freaking doll sitting there.
Hell no. Yeah.
Yeah, it's above the garage right now.
It wouldn't be in the house at all, actually.
I think it is. I gotta find it. I mean, I want to find it, take it on a big trip.
It's what is always with the dolls. It's like, I mean, I get it. Whatever it is, they're always trying to take possession of something to manifest itself through it, whatever. But it's always dolls. Like,
I'm thinking about taking it on a big trip, an RV.
Might enhance the.
People think I should put in back of Sarah's truck when she gets down there. So when she's
you're trying to get a freaking crasher vehicle.
She looks at her rearview mirror, there's dolls staring at her.
There's a doll in there. She's gonna freak the hell out.
Yeah.
Like,
she'd probably jump out while it's moving.
Well, funny thing you talk about that. My sisters had dolls, like, you know, like that, whatever. Again, the whole Pentecostal, the very strict religion. At some point, they were saying that the dolls were manifesting themselves at home in our house in Puerto Rico. So they end up burning them. And supposedly to this day, my parents tell me that they were actually like trying to move out, like move in the fire when they were burning them. Like, it was weird.
I'm trying to crawl.
So yeah, I don't know, like they were moving or like yelling or screaming. I don't know, but obviously I was a kid. But they tell me all the stuff. Again, they're just like, they always freak me out with all the stuff. They, you know, mention all their life at me, and it's like.
Did you grow up in Puerto Rico?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were up there until
like 15 years. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I grew up in Puerto Rico until about 10 years old, and then, you know, after that we moved to Jersey, and then we were in Ohio for since 20 years.
Puerto Rico, I mean, I never really looked into it, but is there like, I don't want to say like black magic or like what?
No, obviously there is. Yeah. You know, just like anywhere else, there's always somebody practicing some
witchcraft.
Yeah, witchcraft stuff like that. But they used to, just like anywhere in the U.S., it's the same anywhere. Like they tell you to find stuff. Like if you find some, like we live up in the mountains, and a lot of times we like, obviously the whole neighborhood kids, everybody, we knew each other. So we would run through the mountains, you know, playing whatever, and then a lot of times you find like you go by certain areas and you find some creepy like altar, like obviously somebody doing some kind of witchcraft stuff, and like, you know, and they would tell you like don't touch it, don't even, you know. Stay away from it, because you can whatever, something happened, possess, or something follows you, or
it would be cool to go like Puerto Rico or somewhere and do some investigations.
Oh, they probably got some old creepy stuff that just like never been touched before, and just.
I think we gotta look into that. I want to call that.
I wouldn't be bad and go little ghost trip and then beach at the same time.
Yeah, I don't do beaches. I'm a ginger, man.
You'll be all right. Just put
I burn with 100 SPF on. So
it's a sun, but
all right. So we're getting a post down. Read this packet I made.
read it
here.
up. All right.
If you have any like injunction in between, just say whatever.
All right. We'll read up Poasttown Elementary School. The city of West Branch was founded by Peter Post in 1818. West Branch was renamed in 1848 to Poasttown, named after its first postmaster. In 1851, a railroad was built just north of the village, making Poasttown a shipping point. There were many disasters in the area before Poasttown Elementary School was built in 1937. 2 train wrecks occurred between 1891 and 1910. Jesus, that's what kind of 2 train wrecks. Jeez. The first train disasters happened in July 25th, 1891. Employees of the National Cash Registry were on their way back up from Dayton from their company picnic when their passenger train crashed into a freight train, killing 4 people and injuring 50. That'd be freaking nasty back in the day too, those things. On July 4th, 1910, a big Ford passenger train ran off the schedule due to a detour. That caused confusion when a large freight train on the same track saw the 4 passengers train, but it was too late. All passengers in the first 2 passenger train closest to the engine either died or was seriously injured. There were 19 deaths at the scene. With so many being injured and no hospital nearby, they set up a makeshift triage at the site where the school would sit 27 years later. After all said and done, the train wreck took 36 lives. So I wonder if they all died at the Poasttown school. I mean, they took them there, but it's like
19 died at the wreck, and
the other ones
died there.
Yeah. In 1913, just outside Middletown, the flood of 1913 happened, claiming 6 lives. Many believe, since there were so many homes and businesses ruined, that a lot of the residual energy is still in the area. This disaster is why many believe in the elementary school is haunted. Not because of the school itself. There's only been one story of a death in the school itself from the disasters that happened on that land before the school was built. The elementary school was open from 1937 to 1999. Well, it's surprising it's still that long.
Yeah.
During that time, there was not any paranormal activity reported, but after interviewing students, they said they had uneasy feelings and heard unexplainable noises through the building. Besides the building being old as hell too, and I'm sure they did though. But it's like the one documented death that may or may not have occurred in the school is a girl named Sarah. What is it with the girl named Sarah?
I don't know. We'll talk about that after.
What is it with the name Sarah? One story states that she was playing with friends by the top stairwell when she fell to the bottom floor. Some say she died at the school. Some stories say she died on the way to the hospital. And one even states that she died at home a couple days later. There are no documentation of this happening, even her name is mystery. Some say it's Cheryl Ann. Sarah or Cheryl Ann will always be a mystery. But many believe she's roaming the halls and giggling, still playing with her friends. She's also known to touch visitors, especially near the top stairwell, where she fell to her death. There have also been reports of a child-sized shadow roaming the hall. Many believe this to be Sarah also. Shadow. We'll be hunting that shadow.
We'll be hunting us.
Or he'll hunt us.
Show hunter. Yeah, Sarah. I don't know what's with the name Sarah. You watch a lot of shows, it's always Sarah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm nice to our Sarah.
Is there a demon named Sarah? And maybe that's we don't know about. Like,
I don't know.
Because it seems like that name is played out everywhere.
Yeah. It seems like, it's always Sarah. So, yeah, there's not really much that happened in the school itself. But the train wrecks are documented, and they set a triage on the property. So
Yeah.
a lot of people think that's where the hauntings come from.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? So, I mean, we'll have to find out. But, like, the flood happened, and that was a little farther away, I think north of there. Is it possible that... And I'm a big believer in this since doing Ross House. Just because it doesn't happen on the site, if people are going there asking questions, spirits might come and say, hey, I'm here too. I want to tell my story. So, something we'll have to figure out.
I was going to say, like you said, it doesn't have to happen there. But because you're at that location and you're asking questions, is there like a light in their world where they can see, you know what I'm saying, like getting attention from people asking questions because nowhere else is doing it.
Yeah.
And then they somehow, how it works over there,
I mean,
they can see it, they can hear it, they can.
It's kind of like, I guess, word of mouth, you know?
Yeah.
You know, if I tell you, hey, this place in Menor has the best burger ever made.
Yeah.
You're going to go try it out. Yeah. So, I mean,
like if you go here, you might get your, your word out about
your word out.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of people. I don't think anything's dark there. I've never heard of anything dark being there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that have gone there have a really great time. So I guess the owners are great. We'll meet them, hopefully.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos from people posted in there, and it seems like they're getting pretty good, activity and stuff like that, but it was nothing like crazy. You know?
So even like through the pre-packet, like there's really not one place for Craig to go solo. There's not like one place for us to like hunker down and try to figure out. It's just going to be going through the building like I did with my brother in Bill Manor.
Yeah.
We just walk through, you get a feeling, make a mental note of it. We'll come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably split up in a couple groups.
Yeah.
And do that. Just walk second, third floor, and if you get a feeling like something's in here, okay, well, we can investigate that. We got all night, or we can just come back, finish the tour ourselves, and come back. So.
And when you guys you said you get the feeling. I know I heard you guys say it before and everything else. Like the only feeling I ever got, like Madison up in the attic, you go to that obviously the hall, you get a creepy feeling.
That's all you need.
Okay, so there's because You get that uneasy feeling,
uneasy feeling.
You're in the hallway. It's like
sometimes the hair on the back of your neck stands up, or like it could even be like I don't even want to walk into this doorway. Mm-hmm. Like the 2 rooms in the back of Madison, I get it all the time.
Yeah,
like I don't even want to walk in this. Like I don't even want to walk in this room. Mm-hmm. But you just do it anyway.
You just gotta feel like we were feeling okay. Yeah. Like I was wondering why everybody's like when they talk about. They get that feeling. It's like, okay, I know I get the feeling. It's like creeping, uneasy feeling. Like, it doesn't feel comfortable in here.
Yeah, that's all I want. It's just,
okay.
So that's a good place to maybe ask some questions.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, good. Where you feel, exactly. That makes sense.
My first tour guide at Trans-Allegheny told me that. Just walk the hall. He's like, you might not even get a feeling trying to walk into a room. You might just be walking by a room and be like, something's wrong with that room. Mm-hmm. Like, go investigate it. That's why you're there. There's so many people like, you doing in there. Mm-hmm. Well, that's why you paid all that money.
Yeah, you kind of trying to get something.
Yeah. Go in there.
Yeah.
And, it could be someone nice.
You can't always pick the room with the light.
Yeah. Don't go toward the light.
You gotta go pick the creepiest, the room that looks the dirtiest, it's like, but I don't know, but Poasttown, do they actually have do they say anywhere where the triage was set up at? What floor?
The building wasn't even there.
Oh, okay.
It was before the school was built.
Oh, okay.
It was on the property.
Yeah, so it was land itself.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that could be pretty much...
So, blood spilling on land.
They could roam all over the place.
Yeah. So, we're going to find out. I think it won't be bad.
No, I think we're fine.
Usually, when I say it's not going to be bad,
You said your daughter was going to, or no?
I don't think so.
Well, we got our boy. Yeah, we got a young one, so they might get, we might get maybe some activity.
Maybe Sarah get a little crush on him.
Yeah, you never know. It's like, she's only 100 years old. Like,
I heard he likes older women.
It's like, I don't know about that.
No, it's good. Well, your boy will be there. Obviously we have multiple different types of people there, so.
I figure it's weird. A lot of times, like the whole, we got this weird picture we took at Madison, and same thing. We went to the top floor, obviously the attic where the mothers were at with the kids and stuff like that. And we got one picture that it looks like he was getting his hair basically caressed, and we talked about this before. It's like, maybe it was one of the moms that was,
nurse or
like you being a kid itself. It's like you're gonna get the attention from.
Well, I think of Madison as a psychiatric up there. Mm-hmm. So when people did have kids up there, the nurses, with them being a psych patient, took care of their kids too. So they're a motherly figure to those kids. So
that's like by him going to Poasttown, maybe that'll kind of the boundary, break the boundary before Sarah being a young girl.
Yeah.
Might actually want to comfortable around him.
And just being in elementary school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, No, it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think my daughter. She might do Madison with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. She has a week long before she'll be out of town, so just can't have her go on this too. She has other commitments she has to stick to, so which is fine.
Yeah,
whatever. We're just having a good
it's
time.
always gonna be. They're never going. They're not going anywhere. Those places can go some other time. You know.
And there's like Bellaire. You know, they don't have a restriction on age. I mean, most places like 13 or older or 15 and older.
Yeah.
Must be with a parent or adult, whatever. There's one place, I don't know if it's Bill Manor. I don't think it's Bill Manor, but there's one place that's 18 and above, and that's it.
They don't want to take any chances.
No.
I mean, they know. I'm sure they know.
And honestly, I'm very protective of my daughter. People argue that because I do take her on some of this stuff, but she's stronger than all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally and physically, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And but I won't take anybody to Bellaire.
I was gonna say, from the stuff that you guys have posted before, and she's always been like a target, kind of.
Yeah.
Like she deals with it pretty good,
Yeah,
so all people would have freaked out with it. Like,
yeah, everything that's happened to her, 90% of people were freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, eh.
They would have been done. Some people would have been done. Like, nah, I'm done.
Some people in my group would have been done. So, Sammy, my niece, got her hair lifted in Madison. She won't go back there.
See, we don't have any hair to be lifted. So
no.
So we try different things, like.
But Reed actually saw her
stuff.
hair go up.
Did it?
And drop.
That would have been crazy to catch it on video, though.
We didn't catch it on video.
Yeah.
But I talked to her a couple weeks ago. I think she'll go back there with me.
Mm.
She will not walk back there by herself.
Well, I mean,
I know a lot of people that won't walk back there by themselves, so it's fine.
You gotta push your limits sometimes.
You do, but she had a very traumatic experience back there, so it's her first time back since then. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to push anybody. I'm going to push people to do stuff if I think they can do it.
Craig by himself, basement.
Yeah. Reed, Craig.
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to push Erin to do a solo because I know she can do it.
Yeah.
She just needs just to do it. Like, just go do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to push someone like Sarah. I'm always trying to solo. Because Sarah is a very good investigator.
Mm-hmm.
When you take her out of the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when she is just with a couple people, she asks the right questions. She knows what she's doing. And she's a very great investigator. So I'm trying to push her to go a little farther.
Mm-hmm.
But there's to a point where I'm talking to Sarah that if I make her do it, she'll have a mental breakdown. I'm never going to push anybody. I'm never going to push anybody. Like, I'm not taking Sarah, say, hey, what's down in the basement? And, Spartan kicking her down the basement steps and locking the door, I'm not going to do that.
I told you to go in the basement now.
But, like, I don't think Bellaire right now, I will send anybody else down there. Reed says he never is not scared of anything, so I think him not being a believer will help. Maybe get some evidence down there.
Yeah.
I just like doing solos. It's my thing.
I don't know. Read that video from Bellaire. Tells me something different. If you weren't a believer.
He's never been there. It was Ross' house.
Oh, Ross' house. Yeah, that's the one.
So he's going to do about 40 minutes in Bellaire before anybody else goes in.
Yeah.
But walking around, you're going to get that feeling.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be sitting down and concentrating. So we'll see what happens with that. But big trip coming up. It's going to be fun. Besides these two, what do you guys plan on hitting this year?
Nothing else right now. We have been wanting to start making a list. So eventually we do start getting, if we start getting some time off of work, where we don't have to worry about like this weekend.
Yeah.
Like I was going to go with my family, like down to West Virginia to visit my wife's family. Obviously got to work them all. So when we stop worrying about stuff like that, then we can start actually worrying about spending money, because it costs money, obviously.
Yeah.
And like we don't have to all the vacation in the world to take certain places every single time.
Yeah.
But we want to start building a list together so we can start going to places all over the place. The wife was actually, she's not into it, but she was going to go down there right now, and she was going to start finding locations in the area where they're at.
Okay.
They're in Hurricane, West Virginia.
Yeah, there's stuff in West Virginia.
Yeah, so she was gonna talk to her family and started looking around. So maybe like next time I'll be able to go in there. Me and him can go. She's like, I'll stay at the hotel and you guys. We want to try like get more into it, like more deep into it. It's like
It's darker's not the word.
I know it's
Probably
like when you
more
look
active.
how people look at it. It's like
Yeah, more active. I mean, it's
like oh that place is just like you see it all the time on videos. People get scratched mainly or hair pull or
yeah.
you know. Hopefully they don't kick me because I'll probably try to fight some ghost and
Punch a wall breaker. Man.
just like start swinging in the air. It's like
I mean, Trans-Allegheny is cool to do. Next year, I think. I've been trying to think of big trip next year. Anybody got any ideas? Drop it in the comments. All right, we're going to wrap this one up here. Thanks for listening to Trap Souls with Lake Erie Shadow Hunters, which is actually a cool name that his son made up. We can call it a group because there's two of you.
there's two of us. Yeah,
That's a group.
We try to get the wife, but she don't want to join.
Make her like a honorary member.
Yeah,
She don't want a shirt though. I mean,
all she wants to sure. Yeah,
yeah, so she has to be a member. I mean,
yeah.
sign up partner.
It's like all right. That's all you get.
But check them out on TikTok. He has a website now.
He has a website up. It's the same Lake Erie Shadow Hunters. Just that's exactly it. And then he has TikTok, YouTube. We barely get that going on right now. And then he has an Instagram and stuff. But most of the stuff he does is TikTok.
TikTok. So yeah, check him out on TikTok. I'll put in the comments below his webpage and everything, along with mine. Subscribe to my YouTube. You can check me out on TikTok, TrapSouls_NSS. Or Facebook, Trap Souls. If you have any questions, comments, wants to go somewhere, drop it in the comments. We'll meet you out there. Again, thanks for listening. Check you next time.